Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark, Sarah, and JC. We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
And today's show is brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 4 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com. And remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
We are joined in studio by the president and CEO of the Lewiston, Auburn Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce, Shanna Cox.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm so great.
That's who we're chatting with.
You were out west for a bit.
I was.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
We're happy to have you.
It's great to be back.
We got a whole lot of stuff to cover.
I can't wait.
A lot of chamber business
Lots of stuff
to cover
going on.
in today's show. And we'll get there in just a bit. But before we do, let's take a look at some headlines for Tuesday, January 13th.
The Sun Journal reports that Auburn Planning Director David Hediger left his position last month for a job with the state's Land Use Planning Commission. Hediger's move comes less than a year after taking the post in Auburn. He previously spent 25 years on the code enforcement staff in Lewiston.
The new St. Dominic's Regional High School is scheduled to open in August. The revitalized private Catholic school will be located in the historic Peck Building at 184 Main Street in Lewiston. Renovations to transform the second and third floors into a school setting are expected to begin within 6 to 8 weeks.
New head of school Claude Barabee, members of the boards of directors, and educators will be available at 2 open houses to welcome potential students, parents, and alumni on a tour of the building. The tours are scheduled for Thursday from 5:30 to 7:30 and Monday, January 19th from 1 to 3.
State Senator Joe Baldacci has officially entered the race for Maine's 2nd congressional district seat in the U.S. House of Representatives. Baldacci is currently in his 3rd term as a state senator after serving on Bangor's City Council for 12 years with positions including council chair and mayor.
Now it's time for the weather.
Weather? Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. You don't need perfect skies above. Hey, just a song and a little love. Mostly sunny today with some clouds rolling in later this afternoon. We'll have a high of 37 and a low of 22. Cloudy again tomorrow with a high of 41 and a low of 33. And once again, cloudy on Thursday with highs approaching 40.
In sports, the Celtics lost to the Indiana Pacers 98-96. Boston will visit the Miami Heat on Thursday night. The Bruins have won 5 of their last 6 games, and they'll host the Detroit Red Wings tonight at 7:30. The NA3 Nordiques host the New Hampshire Junior Mountain Kings this afternoon at 1 p.m. at Norway Savings Bank Arena in Auburn. And the NFL divisional playoffs are set. Our New England Patriots will host the Houston Texans at Gillette Stadium on Sunday at 3 p.m. That is your news, weather, and sports. And right now it's time for the podcast segment that is Sweeping the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for January the 13th, shall we?
Yeah.
Alrighty then. We're going to start off with actor Liam Hemsworth, who is 36 years old today. He played Gale in The Hunger Games, and also Jake Morrison in Independence Day Resurgence. Isn't he the brother of, what's his face?
Chris.
Captain America?
No.
Yeah, something
Thor.
like that. Oh, Thor. Yeah.
That's right.
A hunky family.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing all right.
Genetics are
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good.
Orlando Bloom is 49 years old today.
Morbid genetics. Morbid genetics.
Yeah, I remember him as Will Turner in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, that's a good pull.
Just
That
a
guy.
baby.
Yeah, he was also in the Lord of the Rings series and the Hobbit film series and a bunch of other films.
The
But
3 Musketeers. 2 days in a row.
yeah, he will always be Will Turner to
Yeah,
me.
me too.
Yeah. How about this? JC's celebrity crush, Patrick Dempsey, is 60 years old today, milestone birthday for Maine's own Patrick Dempsey. You know him as Dr. McDreamy.
I do.
Grey's Anatomy. That ran from 2005 to 2015. And then again, they revived it in 2020.
Does he race cars?
He sure does.
Yeah.
Patrick Dempsey said that he would walk away from acting if he could dedicate himself full-time to motorsports.
Wow.
One of my favorite things about him is he's super real. His wife keeps him super real. He names that in public ways. And every time he starts to get a big head about anything, she makes him take the trash out and tells him to shut up.
And rounding out FPBs for January the 13th is an absolute comedic legend
treasure.
and a national treasure, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, 65 years old today.
One of the funniest people in the world.
One of the most decorated actors in television history. She got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She was inducted into the Television Academy Hall of Fame. She was named one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in the world, and she received the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor and the National Medal of Arts.
Love.
Yeah.
She's so
She's
funny.
great.
Deserving.
Yeah.
A lot of people know her as Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld, but she's also, she played the lead in The New Adventures of Old Christine,
Yeah.
and also played the lead in Veep.
This is an unpopular opinion among comedians, but I don't love the show Seinfeld. I think it's kind of silly, so I didn't ever really watch it, but I loved The New Adventures of Old Christine.
Yeah?
I thought that was one of the funniest shows with Wanda Sykes. Oh my
don't think
gosh.
I've seen it.
Oh, you will love it.
I will put it on my list.
Yeah, it's
I believe
so,
that I
so
would.
good.
I also adore Wanda Sykes.
Yes, yeah. And she's just a super funny lady.
They must have been a combo.
Oh my gosh, they were hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Okay.
were really, really funny.
Added to my wish list.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are your FPBs for January the 13th. Now it's time for some OTDs. It happened on this day. It happened on this day. It happened on this day.
Wow. You know, I really love that song.
It's like a gentle caress to my ear.
I love it.
You should have your ears checked.
24 years ago in 2002, while watching football at the White House, George W. Bush choked on a pretzel to the point of passing out.
Oh, gee, Dubs.
We almost lost.
What are you
Who-
doing?
Who's monitoring the room to
just
call medical attention?
Don't know.
I want to know what kind of pretzel
Passing
it was.
out is a pretty extensive stretch of choking.
Yeah.
Had to be the loopy kind, right? Like,
I like that we're in agreement. It's not the twist.
no. Couldn't have been the twist. Couldn't have been.
Come on, baby.
27 years ago in 1999, Michael Jordan announced his second retirement from the Chicago Bulls.
This one had nothing to do with baseball.
I was going to say.
I know. 32 years. The saga continues.
It's the
The
gift
saga
keeps on
continues.
giving.
Gosh. 32 years ago in 1994, what a year. Two of Tanya Harding's hoodlum bodyguards were arrested and charged with conspiracy in the clubbing of Nancy Kerrigan.
They were framed.
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 I love that it's clubbing.
Oh, yeah. He
I mean, I just feel like if we
one
use
of
the word
those-
assault,
Yeah.
clubbing almost makes it sound like they got arrested
had
for
one of those, like,
jamming too late.
It makes it sound like they took Nancy out dancing.
That's what
Hasn't
my
it
mom
really?
would do. She crushed.
Just, I would like to see Nancy have gone clubbing, not been clubbed.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
well,
this
we
is the
all,
assault.
We
Yeah.
all saw her be clubbed. We all saw it. Why? 41 years ago in 1985, on a 130-yard hole at a golf course in Spain, one Otto Butcher became the oldest person ever to hit a hole-in-one at the age of 99. A guy named Harold Stilson broke that record at the tender age of 101 in 2001, and the current record holder is 103 years old.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
Yep.
People love golf.
You know-
You can play it forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Grammy's 90, almost 91. We're going to visit her next month in Florida. She lives on a golf course, and she goes golfing every day.
Which means she has 14 years to practice her hole-in-one skills.
That's
She could nail it by the time she gets there. I'm
Achievable.
just saying. Yeah.
achievable goal.
She's got time to train.
And 58 years ago, in 1968, Johnny Cash performed a pair of concerts at Folsom Prison, which were later released as his Live at Folsom Prison album.
Those are your FPBs and OTDs for January the 13th.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Hi, it's Donna Harris from Phoenix No Limits Karate here with your daily safety tip. Keep your phone charged and location services on when traveling. Let's all do our best to keep our community safe.
Now, we shift focus fully to our guest in studio, President and CEO of the Lewiston, Auburn Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce, Shanna Cox.
It's always such a long.
It's so many syllables, it seems like you're singing it when you introduce. I love that. Thank you.
know
Good
what?
morning.
I treasure each moment I
It's-
get to say that because we don't have too many more left.
That's
I
true.
know.
That's true.
I know. I'll have to go find something else with multiple syllables just so we can
Yeah.
connect.
Please do. Shanna, how are you?
I'm great.
Excellent.
I'm great. I'm great for January, early January still.
Yeah.
Like we're not even quite at the midway point.
Do you miss Tucson?
No. I was lucky to make it out alive. I gotta be honest with you. Tucson. So the U.S. Chamber of Commerce does an Institute of Management, of Organizational Management. So I've got my IOM credential. I get to put those letters after my name. Within the membership association and chamber industry, it carries a lot of weight, and it is a very high quality educational program. I've had 96 credit hours of core financial management, people management, legal work. Like it is a very thorough course, and I really enjoyed the education. Annually, I would make this trip, and annually, I would get stuck in the Phoenix airport for more than 24 hours. So when I say like I barely made it out, I mean I made it out. We sat on the tarmac. We finally left and like got into the air. I landed in Atlanta at 5 minutes after my next flight was beginning boarding.
man.
And Atlanta's like you got to take a bus and a train. And so, they like closed the airplane doors behind me as I was headed on the last leg home. And so like, I'm feeling really good about being
made
home
it.
from Tucson.
Was there a snowstorm last year?
Yeah. So every year there's weather. The first year there was weather in Tucson, and then I have to take a flight to Phoenix. And the second year, last year that I was flying back out, I intentionally chose a southern connecting point to limit any issues in like Philly or New York or any of the kind of connectors. And Atlanta got iced out.
That's right.
Because I'm like, what are the chances that Atlanta deals with an ice storm? So anyway, I literally blocked the day of after my flight for travel.
Just in case.
And didn't need it this year. It was glorious.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, we are thrilled to have you back.
Thanks.
And as mentioned, we're going to talk about a lot of things chamber related today. One of those is the B2B Trade Show.
Yeah.
You have some updates for us?
Well, so it's coming up in April, and right now we're offering early pricing and discounts. So I encourage people to go check our page, lametrochamber.com. Under events, you'll see it coming up. You can search or just scroll, but it's in April. We're back at the Norway Savings Bank Arena. It's the main B2B trade show, and so we're really excited. Last year was our first year running the trade show. We worked in partnership with Dow Media and Travis Dow to bring it kind of back into the fold. It was a full circle moment. It had been at Lewiston Auburn Economic Growth Council, which is a subsidiary of the chamber years ago. And we just think it's really important for this area, and we want it to be not just for businesses in Central Maine to do business with each other, but we really are promoting it and working with vendors to come from all across the state so that we're really fostering business and highlighting all this community has to offer. So last year went really well. We made a couple of small programmatic tweaks based on feedback. We're always kind of learning and improving. We're really excited about this year, and so folks should mark their calendar. You're going to ask for what day, and I'm going to tell you.
What day is the B2B Trade Show?
April 16th. It's a
Thank you.
Thursday. Some of the feedback that we heard from people, particularly folks who sit in a booth as a vendor at a trade show all day long, is like, please don't make it a 12-hour day. And we have not. So you don't have to show up and set your booth up at 5 a.m. You can arrive at 8 a.m. Your booth will be set up. We have a special networking event just for vendors before we open it to the public. And then we open it to the public in the afternoon. We end with a really great cocktail hour and networking around 4:30. So it's a plan the second half of your day to come and visit. And if you're a vendor, plan to spend the day with us. And it's not a day that'll break you. Right. So you're welcome.
We did it last year, Mark, right?
Yeah.
We did.
You guys were fun.
Shanna and I got a great podcast out of it.
Yeah, we took it on the road around the place, and it was a lot of fun.
I think our booths were close to each other.
Yeah, I think they were right next to each other. I didn't get to spend much time in our booth, so I didn't get to see you as much as I would have liked. Yeah.
I wonder if we're doing that again this year. That was fun.
I remember a few of the LA Metro Chamber stress balls
Yeah.
Yes.
hurled our way.
Thrown lovingly across the aisle.
in the office, we do have a conversation about what about them exactly is stress relieving, and there is a strong camp that believes it's the act of throwing them at somebody else that relieves the stress.
Yes.
Agreed.
Use as you see fit, we say. As long as there's consent on the receiving end.
Whatever makes you less stressed.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Regardless of whether it causes someone else more stress.
We do check in. Somebody's usually making eye contact and ready to duck when somebody else throws it.
Yeah.
Like there's rules to this.
There's rules. It's not a wild
have
west.
guardrails. No, absolutely
Wild west
not.
of stress ball.
You're not likely to get one thrown at you if you walk into the office. There's,
Oh, I don't know.
Well, Sarah, you're an exception.
I'm an exception.
You're enough of the chamber team that we might actually feel comfortable pinging one at you. Yes. So, but for listeners, not something you have to worry about if you come visit us in our office.
Yeah, you're fine.
You'll be all right.
About it.
Totally.
And just about a month from today at the Cora Temple, the February breakfast.
Yeah. Have you heard who our speaker is?
Feature a familiar face.
I think so. Miss Pam Ashby, founder of Lydia Media, Uncle Andy's Digest, LA Metro Magazine, and returning home queen of all things media. We're super excited. Her and I had been talking about how to get kind of her story, but also the story of local media in front of our members. It's just, at a time when there's a lot of conversation around, print being dead, and I chuckle because there's this really fabulous sticker and patch that Lydia Media has put out, and I've got it home. Print isn't dead.
Magnets now,
I'll take a magnet with me, thanks.
Yeah,
Yes,
too.
please. But at this time when people say print is dead, I'll just say really clearly, I had a personal friend reach out to me via Facebook Messenger 2 days ago to say, hey, do you know anyone at LA Metro Magazine? Can I get 5 copies? I know someone in the issue. And it is those stories of like personal connection that you guys put in LA Metro Magazine, that you highlight on this podcast, that we see little snippets of in Uncle Annie's Digest, that like remind people how amazing this region is, and not just for all of the things that we love, like public art and outdoor recreation, but it's the people. And there's just such a really wonderful way that that her kind of full suite of companies and brands reflect that. And we're just really excited to highlight her story and the work of local media. And so
Yeah, we are certainly looking forward to that.
yeah.
Sarah and I were at Brewing Connections. Sarah was unaware that Pam was going to be presenting.
Ooh, big surprise.
Yeah.
So we're at Brewing Connections, and Justin, who is hosting Brewing Connections,
Did
mentioned...
such a good job, by the way.
He's so big shout out to Justin. Both Sam and I were out of office, and it's his second Brewing Connections ever, and he had to do the whole thing. And he absolutely killed it by all reports.
He was a champ.
Yeah.
Justin was promoting the February breakfast, and I told Sarah that Pam was presenting, and Sarah looked at me with wide eyes and goes, oh my God, do we have to do anything?
Reports or no, be available for questions, I think.
Yes, that's what I heard from Pam.
Otto's Pizza in Auburn reopening.
Open and
so
celebrating
excited.
it. Same here. January 26th, we're doing a grand opening. And so mark your calendars for that lunch break. It's 11 o'clock. We'll do a ribbon cutting, but they've got some great specials. It's like a great time to go check it out if you haven't been back. If you have, since they've reopened and you love it, still mark your calendar because there's some really great specials and their pizza's incredible. And then we're back just 2 days later with Uplift's Fun After 5 for our trivia night.
I'm so glad they're back because they do pizza by the slice, and they are right next to our office.
Yeah.
So you can go grab a slice of, need a slice of pizza.
Yeah. Yeah. I always like movie or shopping,
yeah.
like is shopping in that plaza or you go see a movie. Yeah. It's nice to have a place to grab a bite, grab a drink. You don't have to wait till the 26th to go enjoy their pizza, but join us on the 26th. Would still love to see you.
That's right. And legislative session.
Yeah, so it's back.
Yeah.
We're in the session. It opened last week. There is about 468 carryover bills.
Oh.
So, small primer for folks who are like, legislative what? We hire elected officials. When we elect them, they go and serve 2 years in a 2-year legislature. We have a representative people's legislature. It's not a full-time job. It's another way to put that. So these folks are kind of balancing lives. We're in the second year of this legislature. So last year, a record 2,200 bills were submitted and named, which is just a doozy to read and keep up with. And what's mind-boggling to me, and there was a law to address this that was not successful, which was kind of frustrating for me and my other association peers and executives who are active in monitoring legislature activity, advocating and lobbying. People can submit a bill just in name. No text, no content, and then it goes through the process. And so sometimes you'll have a bill with, I don't know, a 20 or 30 word name, an act to ensure the skies stay sunny because we're against gray clouds. And then you have no idea what is actually in the bill. Is it anti-clouds? Is it just pro-sun? You don't know.
Big cloud.
I'm on board
some
with
clouds
that.
okay. We like rain. Droughts are bad, right? It just leaves a lot of questions, and they don't have to fill in the text until pretty late in the game. And so you have, 2,000 of 2,200 bills filling in text late, as it's going into committee. Super annoying. Yeah. It was a record number of bills. It used to be 400 or 500 bills a
and
legislature.
You said 2,100?
22, yeah. So it's insane for us to keep up with. So in the second session, we actually know what's in most of the bills, which is an advantage over the first year. There's 468 that are being considered. There was 98 new bills introduced, and there's some qualifications about how a new bill can get introduced. And so every year we put out our policy priorities at the Chamber. We care very much about policies. Chambers of Commerce are historically specifically for, we're 147 years old, and that's why we were formed, to create business-friendly policy. So it's a core aspect of what we do at the Chamber, and not a small part of how I spend my time during these particular periods. And so we're monitoring those. We stay connected to some lobbyists at the State Chamber, but we do choose our own positions because what we care about locally, what our members care about locally, can be very different than from what is cared about on the coast or in northern Maine or at a statewide perspective. My favorite example for that is upgrading the class of Androscoggins River, where we would very much like to see it upgraded to a Class B. The science supports that it can be upgraded to a Class B. It has been upgraded to a Class B from Lisbon to the ocean.
Okay.
But not here in Lewiston, which is crazy. And the State Chamber, who supports some of the industry upstream, came out against upgrading it to a Class B. They want to keep it a Class C. We use our river here in this area in Androscoggin County as an outdoor recreation benefit and an asset to our quality of life here. We don't want to see more pollution in it. We want to celebrate that it is significantly cleaner than it used to be. And the science says that it is indeed meeting Class B qualifications. But if it was upgraded to Class B, industry upriver would have to be a little bit more judicious about what they do. And so it's a very clear area where we'd say, well, thank you so much, State Chamber, and we disagree. And then we'll go submit our own testimony for what we want to see. And so we stay plugged into the statewide networks of kind of information sharing, but we do make our own choices. And so our chamber just came out with our What We Stand For document. It's our annual white paper of our policy positions. Kind of the short version and primer of that is we care very much about housing. We see it as a key workforce and economic development tool. We care about workforce. We care about quality of life issues like the river. Those are kind of some of the fundamental pieces that we care about. We care about municipal tax structures, how that falls on and burdens businesses and people who live in our communities. And so if you'd like, we just put that out this week. If you go to lametrochamber.com, right there on the homepage is What We Stand For in the news section. If you click on that, you can learn a little bit more about how we do that every year and then see the actual priorities. And so we're kind of matching up the bills against it. There's always a biennium kind of budget update that's done. So there was a budget that it was approved. This is when they do kind of like a budget revision. That's always a big piece of this second session, but it is a much shorter session. We anticipate that it would be done in April. Usually it goes to like June in the first year. So yeah, so it's that time of year, which whether you're a member or not, when we advocate for business friendly policies, particularly when we're successful, it still impacts you. You get the benefit from it. So if you're curious about what those bills are or what we're looking, you can always sign up for our newsletter. And we do send out legislative updates to folks who opt into that specific one. And so be on the lookout for kind of a big legislative update later this week with the opportunity to opt in and keep up with the updates throughout the year. But you'd be surprised, fellow small business owners and people who are listening, the power that your like phone call that says like, hi, I own XY business. I employ 3 people. I'm really concerned about this law. A legislator hearing that from 5 or 6 people is enough for them to really speak up or second guess that bill. And it can be really powerful, the impact that you as a business owner can have. Wow. So, yeah, 'tis the season. Legislative season. It keeps me busy.
There should be
there's a lot of testimony that gets written and very like last minute-y. Like, hey, the committee just assigned this bill and the hearing's tomorrow at 8 a.m. Great, that's what I'm doing today and tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I love that. Yeah, 'tis the season.
Shanna, did you want to touch on the LA Metro Chambers Connecting Over Hospitality, which is happening on Thursday?
Yeah, I love that. This is a great opportunity. So Connecting Over Hospitality is a like super passive, low barrier way to connect with anyone in hospitality. We have folks who own or operate lodging. We have folks who own or operate restaurants. Anyone who's kind of in the hospitality business joins that call. And it's a really incredible opportunity to like break the silo and not feel so alone, to recognize like, oh yeah, you are also struggling to hire dishwashers. How are you addressing that? There's a lot of good peer sharing. And for folks who have been in the hospitality industry, I spent 16 years serving and working in restaurants. It's like that, like where it's not formal. We use pretty casual, sometimes coarse language. It's a very welcoming environment for people in hospitality. Yeah, I mean, you have to be in hospitality to understand. Let's just say, what I say in that room does not mirror what I say when testifying in the legislature. There are some situational differences, but yeah, it's a really easy call to sign up for. You're welcome to join in your sweatpants. Honestly, sometimes the folks that join, close down their restaurant at 1 a.m. And so like 8 o'clock is early for some folks, and we get that. And so they just join as is, and as you should. Welcome.
We have covered a lot.
Yeah.
In a short amount of time. Yeah. Is there anything else that you would like our listeners
hope not.
to know?
Goodness. Well, let's save something for next month, right?
I know.
No, it is. There's a lot going on. We've got there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Find your way to us.
All right.
Poke around and ask.
And one of the ways you can do that is online. Go to lametrochamber.com.
Yeah.
And check out the calendar, too, because you guys do a great job with your calendar.
Thank you very much.
A lot of local events.
Our members do a great job submitting and making sure we see them, and we try to troll around. But for folks who, might listen into these sessions that I get invited to every month, which I always feel grateful for, and are like, yeah, but I'm not a member of the chamber, and I'm not sure that it makes sense for me to be. That's cool. You can figure that out in your own time. But I would say we do a lot for community and not just for our members. So, check out a free startup session that's not restrictive to members. Check out the calendar. I'm going to a concert by the Mid-Coast Maine Symphony Orchestra this weekend. A local friend has got a solo. Shout out to Billy Joe, who's on a woodwind instrument.
From Blaze Flowers.
Yeah,
right?
She is an incredible musician, on the side, and she keeps that alive just because she loves it. And so she has a solo performance on Saturday night at the Franco. And a little date night planned for me. And so you can find that comedy shows, and there's all kinds of canning activities and learning how to can your vegetables with Gather to Grow and stuff at the library. And it's really an incredible resource. And so, go to lametrochamber.com and check it out.
Dirigo Federal Credit Union is proud to call Lewiston, Auburn home. Whether you're buying a house, saving for the future, or growing your business, we're here for you, right where you live. Visit dirigofcu.com and feel the difference of a credit union that truly knows LA.
All right, Shanna, as you know, our final segment is called...
It's literally the only reason I come in.
I know.
Thanks for helping me share the great stuff that we're doing, but really I'm just here for 3 random questions.
You sure are.
So fun.
3 random questions.
Yeah.
All right,
I love it.
Shanna, what is one thing that will always make you laugh?
Oh, babies laughing. There's many things that I find funny, but when you're in a restaurant and the baby behind you does that full bellied I can't not laugh along. There's many things that make me laugh, but I could be at a funeral trying to keep a straight face and I would still lose it. Yeah. Right?
Totally.
100% that. And for whatever reason, the world takes that out of us. We laugh like that less and less the older than we get, but that sweet spot of babies that are like 8 to 16 months old, and the way they just laugh like they don't care who's looking, and it comes from their toes. Oh,
It's a good one.
every time. It's just infectious. You're like, yep, I caught your laugh.
It's a good one.
JC, you're up.
What's one thing you've always wanted to learn?
Another, like any instrument with skill or language. I've tried both with minimal success. I think we joke that I got my varsity letter in band playing the Xerox in high school. and it's true. First of all, it's 100% true. Shout out to Mr. Orlovsky at George Stevens Academy, who never gave up on me. I played probably 6 instruments before he was like, I love your energy, and I love that you want to be part of band. How about you be band secretary? And I was.
We should tell JC that a Xerox is a copying machine.
Yeah, it's a copy machine.
It's not an instrument.
It is,
I know. Well, I was like,
She's in her 20s.
Right, thanks. Good reminder. It is, it's a copier. It's a brand of copier. And I was responsible for printing all of the instrument music for all of the, like 3 of the first trumpets and 2 of the second trumpets and putting them on all the stands. And then I also got to hold one end of the banner in parades.
Nice. What instrument were you most hopeful about?
Most hopeful or most successful? Because they are wildly different.
Both.
So I really made a go at the clarinet. And that's the one that I put the most amount of time in and really focused on for 2 or 3 years, from middle school into high school. The one that I enjoyed the most and would love to have if there was room in my house and a good network around here. Where I went to school in Blue Hill, there was a lot of players, but steel drums.
Oh, and there's a network around here.
Yeah, it's on my as my life kind of creates some new spaces. There's something so I always played the bass and the tenor, which is the 4 and 5 drum sets, and they're big. We're talking 55-gallon drums. And unlike the soprano and the alto, which is 1 and 2, your whole body is a dance when you're playing the steel drums, and there's 4 or 5 of them. You have to move around to be able to get to it. And with the rhythm of the song, it's a dance with your instrument. It was very enjoyable, and I was the most successful at that instrument, I think, because it was more physical than the rest and kind of less technical. If you hit it roughly where the keynote is in the drum, you're good enough. That is not true for anything that you do with your mouth. You really have to nail it. So yeah, I would do it again in a heartbeat. Yeah. I loved it. I would probably never pick up clarinet again.
When you have more time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get in touch with Angela Greenwald.
Okay. Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
All right. Angela, if you're listening, I'm coming your way. Talk to you in April or May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. My question.
Yeah.
Because I just had follow-ups from
I love
JC's
that,
question. If you suddenly woke up tomorrow and you could paint with great skill, what would be the first thing that you would want to paint?
My children.
Portraits?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. I paint with mediocre skill right now. Not beginner skill. I've been painting for a while. I tend to paint in watercolor. I look at realism all the time. I do landscapes and architecture when I'm painting, but I do look at people who can capture light on skin and emotion in eyes with painting. I think it's always acrylic and oil. I think it's just harder to get that level with watercolor. But yeah, in a heartbeat. And I would start with my children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Love it.
You guys
All right,
always make
Shanna.
me leave wanting to do more with my life with these questions.
That's our goal.
I'm gonna go pick up a new instrument, and I'm gonna hone my painting skills.
Paint my kids.
Yeah, they'll be excited for sitting still for that. Mom, take a photo and then paint from the photo. They will not
holding
pose like
still
the
is
olden days. Can you imagine?
The one time I sat for a portrait, I wasn't sitting, I was standing. It was for a class. The instructor had set it up like a Wild West. So I had this big dress on, and it was a portrait of 3 people in a family, and one person was sitting, and then there was a big guy next to me, and I was standing. And I must have stood a long time on one side or the other, because when I went to walk away, I passed out. All the blood flow suddenly returning. I was like, whoa.
how long did you have to stand there?
We were standing for close to 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we took a break, and they were like, have you eaten today? And I was like, yeah.
See, See,
I've been standing there for 2 hours.
that's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
It's really funny.
Shanna, I'm hearing from our producers.
Oh.
They're once again saying you did such a great job at 3 random questions that you get a bonus question.
I love that.
All right.
Hey.
Here
Calling
it
in
is.
from the other room.
Shanna, if you were given $1 million today and you had to spend it on yourself, what would you buy?
A lake house.
Can I come?
Yeah. Yes.
Will $1 million buy a lake house today?
A pond house?
In Maine.
Payment, right?
In Maine.
A pond house on a dirt road that is not, it's definitely not an ocean house for sure.
No.
A 3-season, maybe?
Yeah.
Pond house. We could, but in all honesty, that's like the only big ticket item that I continue to save for. And, I grew up in poverty and, like having a house was our biggest like equity item, and having a second home was like, rich people do that. And it turns out middle class working
people
people also do, but I didn't know that growing up. And so for me, I do like a lot of camping with my kids, and some of our best memories and breaks in life were camping. And I would like a place where the memories could be attached to the place, and that I can bring my kids there, and they can bring my grandkids, their kids there, and to create that kind of like family space and anchor. And so that's, if you gave me $1 million tomorrow and I had to spend it on me, that's the tough part, right? Because I don't know if that's where I'd start, but yeah, I would get a lake house.
All right.
Because it's not just like a material thing; it's like a space for making memories, right?
Shanna, it's always a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Thanks to Ruper's Beverage and Redemption for sponsoring today's episode. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to our February Chamber presenter, Pam Ashby.
Can't wait to see her.
Email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.
Have a great day. And remember, don't bite your cat. And I will say I have bitten my cat.